Hi there and welcome to episode 27 of our Prison Architect Let's Play series. In the last episode we expanded our cell block a little bit, expanded our workshop a little bit, and got some more beds in the holding cell. Why does that not say holding cell anywhere nearby? That's a bit odd. Is it still a holding cell? It might not be anymore. It is, but that's weird. It's not showing up as a holding cell. Anyway, we've just made a little bit of money there, so that's cool. And we now have 7 grand in the bank. So I think what we're going to spend this episode doing is, first of all, expanding our capacity. We have 7 new inmates headed our way in the morning. 17 new inmates, sorry, headed our way in the morning. So that's going to take us up to capacity, which is fine. We can deal with that. I think we might need a couple more guards, actually. But the first thing I want to do is expand this a little bit. Get another, so that's 10, 20, 30, 40. So we'd be able to get another 40 in there, which would take us up to 120 prisoners. And then we also want to start thinking about changing this area up here where we've got the solitary cells at the moment, changing that into a kitchen and expanding the canteen, because the canteen's a little bit small. In fact, the first thing I think we'll do is let's get some more tables and chairs in the canteen very quickly. So let's get a new table there, and let's get a couple of benches as well. There and there. And how many do each one of these benches? So it's 4, 1, 2. Oh crap! And while we're at it, let's do a shakedown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 times 4 is around about 60 minus 4s. We've got around 55 or so benches in there, which isn't ideal if we're max capacity is 80, but it should still let everyone get fed. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start working on this area here. Prisoners will wake up soon. I don't think they have many complaints. So a quick look at their needs. Oh god, hygiene is majorly in need. That's weird. I would have thought that hygiene would be okay, but maybe it's because this door here is... Right, let's send you over to the shower. And then when that door's open, let's lock you open as well, so people can get to and from the shower. There we go, the hygiene's getting fixed now. Okay, so I'm going to crack on with this, and I'll be back shortly. Okay, dinner time on our first day. We spent a fair amount of money, but that's mainly on putting down these utilities over here. So I've laid a load of piping, or trying to lay a load of piping, and laying a load of electricity cable as well. The problem is, though, that these guys, the workmen, have decided that in here is the best place to keep all of the electrical cable and all of the piping, so they keep having to go all the way inside and then all the way back outside again to lay it, which isn't quite that clever, so a little bit of a pathing issue there, but no worries, it'll get laid eventually. The only thing is that the workmen now are wasting a rather large amount of time and not doing their normal jobs. I wonder if they do actually have any jobs queued up. So there's a load of chef's jobs, but mainly it's just install electric cable, install pipe, some dump rubble, dump box stuff, but nothing all that exciting. There's also an issue here with this cook who keeps getting stuck there. Okay, so we need to start working on this as well, and I think this area is bugged here because of that locked door, because that door is apparently garbage, so we need to probably just block that off, to be honest. So yeah, but it's nearly midnight, so we're going to get a little bit of a cash influx again, hopefully. And there it is, 8 grand, which is pretty nice. And I think what we should do is start on one of these new rooms. I mean, how many new prisoners? We're going to have 26 new prisoners, and we have 11 capacity plus 16, so we should be able to do those 26 prisoners. What I think we should do first is let's build some foundations here, make a start on this new wing over here. Let's get an object which is going to be a large jail door, which is going to go here, like so, and then this will be the new prison area that we're starting to build here, which will be quite cool. And yeah, we should have enough. I've done some more deployments around, so We've got a guard deployed in the middle here, a guard deployed to the holding cell as well. So it's a case of, I think we need to hire another couple of guards just to tide us over. So we've definitely got plenty. So let's hire another 2 guards, I think, because we just have 9 out of 18 at the moment. So let's hire 1, shove him there, shove him there. So now we're up to 20 guards. And that should be plenty for us. So plus 26 in the next turn, that'll take us up to 96, which we should just be, or 95, which we should just be able to cope with. It'll be quite tricky, but we'll have to see what happens. Okay, so now we've got 80 prisoners. Our canteen here is starting to struggle in terms of space. The prisoners are finding seats just about. Because they still like to watch some TV and use the phones and use the loos while they're having their lunch. But it is a bit of a struggle. I mean, we are feeding all of our prisoners, I believe. Let's have a quick look at the needs tab. Yeah, we've only got a few people with medium complaints about the food. It's going to be bedtime soon, but yeah, I think we're good for at the moment with the canteen, but we definitely need to expand it. I've already cleared out this area up here, and now it's just a case of this area here had to kind of stay because it's all bugged. Like, all these items here are bugged. Can't even shut this door. It just sits there opening and closing all the time, so it's just going to have to remain open, and we hope that no one's actually going to visit this room here. But in other news, I've also hired another chef for the kitchen, because 3 for 80 prisoners is a little bit too few, so we now have 4 cooks. I may actually hire a 5th one, but not sure at the moment. We've got 80 out of 80 prisoners at the moment, 8 coming in the morning, which is perfectly fine for our capacity. We can actually live with another 8 prisoners as we are, so I'm not going to worry about new cells just yet. And there's an autosave. I think what I need to concentrate on now is this new kitchen. So let's get this new kitchen sorted, and then we can start expanding the canteen as well. Okay, so we've put down a few new appliances for the new kitchen. Not powered them yet. I've powered just these 4 fridges because, well, in actual fact, I forgot that there was a big power cable here. So these 4 fridges got powered, and look at the power station. It is right on the edge of overheating, so we're not going to put any more down just yet. What we need to do when the next night rolls over is basically dismantle these 5 cookers, these 4 fridges and everything, put them down in here so that we've actually got them in the new place, power them up, maybe buy another couple of capacitors to make sure that we've got enough power for everything, and also plumb in these sinks. So that's going to have to wait until the next night time, because I don't want to risk not having food for our inmates in the meantime. And that's quite cool, that is. You can see bacon there. That's really cool. I didn't know that it was that detailed. I thought it was just potatoes all the time, or cabbage or something. But we've got cabbage there, bacon, 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 potatoes, 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 potatoes. So it looks like bacon and chips for everyone then. Fantastic. My kind of meal. Okay, so since I've gotten rid of the solitary rooms, didn't realise that if you are actually found with a weapon, then you have to go to solitary. And that's fine, because he's found drugs and tools, but the way to change that is in the policy tab. But I haven't got the policy tab because I need to research prison policies. So what I've just done in the bureaucracy screen here is research prison policy. So that'll be ready for us in about 3.5 minutes or so. And it's there as well, which is quite cool, just above the bureaucracy button. So once we've got prison policy, we should be able to turn off solitary, because at the moment these guys, they're waiting for their solitary, which is just going to cause issues later on. So if they can't get solitary, then they're just going to, like, they're going to need more food, they're going to need more hygiene, all that sort of stuff. And as soon as they come out of their prison cells, they're going to kick off. So what we need to do is we need to get prison policy researched as quickly as possible, and then change the policy to not use solitary until we actually have some new solitary cells. We could always make that solitary, but right, so that should be done now. And yes, here we go. So lockdown, 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 solitary. Let's change these to lockdown, 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 and lockdown. Found luxuries. Huh. Fair enough. So that should sort us out. Now let's check these guys. They're still waiting for solitary, so that's an issue. So what I think we'll do in the meantime, let's set that door to normal, and let's just put some solitary. I know this is a little bit excessive, but it's free, and we'll just assign that as solitary so they can go and have turns in there. You have plenty of room for them to walk around, but we need to put our prisoners in solitary just so that they can come back out again, essentially. And then our prison policy says there should be no more solitary, so we can get rid of that as soon as we can. And in terms of other things, the workshop is seriously doing well at the moment. We've got loads of prison plates. I mean license plates, not prison plates, to sell at the moment. Our needs tab is absolutely, well, everyone's got a little bit of a need. I think that these little needs here, these serious complaints, are caused basically by these prisoners who are just waiting for solitary. I mean, I've got a fair few of them as well. There's one over there. There's one there. I think we've got about 5 or 6 of these prisoners. So what we need to do is we need to get them in solitary, and then that guy's actually been released. So as soon as he's out of his solitary, he will be released. But as soon as we have finished doing this solitary, then they will no longer be punished in that same way. Anyway, we're coming towards the end of the day soon, and we still need to sort out this kitchen, so that'll be the next job as soon as these guys have finished eating. Okay, there's our cash injection, so let's go and sort out the utilities. We're going to need some new capacitors. First of all, 4 new capacitors should do. And then we're going to need to change our kitchen over, so let's bring this down a little bit. Let's make it nice and slow. So once these capacitors are starting to get implemented, let's start to go into our objects tab, dismantle object, not sell object, and let's dismantle our cookers and our fridges, 3, 4, and our sinks as well. Although we've already got the sinks there, we won't need to replace those. It's just going to be the 5 cookers and the 4 fridges. So let's go and get those sorted now as quickly as possible. Already starting to dismantle them there. And as soon as we dismantle those, let's go and replace them as well. So let's get cookers. 1 there, 1 there. I think we should only go for 3 for now, because we've already got loads of cookers there. And fridges, where are the fridges gone? There they are. 1, 2, and we still need to demolish those 2. So let's do that, and then go into utilities, electric cable, and power all these guys up. Just like that. And we also want to power these guys up. And we're going to have to plumb these guys as well. So what's the best way to plumb those? I think we'd probably be best with some heavy, large pipes. Do we think? Probably big enough for someone to crawl through. No, let's go for small pipes. We should be fine with small pipes, to be honest. So let's go along there and let's just hook those up to there. And if that's not good enough, let's go over here and hook them up to there as well. And that should be fine for us. So let's speed it up a little bit, and in fact let's make sure that we've got enough workmen. Staff, we've got 5 workmen at the moment. That is enough. We could hire another cook actually. Let's hire another cook and another workman. Why not? And then let's speed it up a little bit. Oh, the other thing we need to do before I forget is to assign this as a kitchen. Bosh. And then we're going to unassign this as a kitchen. Just like that. There we go. Okay, so we've just rolled over onto the new day here. So it's time to actually start rebuilding this canteen. So trying to get as many chairs and tables in as absolutely possible here. So not quite sure how many I've got here now. Give it a little count in just a sec. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 actual tables for 8 people on each is 80 plus 2 times 8, 90. That's about 100 people can come and sit in here. We've only just got enough space for these 4 serving tables on the edge here. Can't quite fit another serving table in there, That would have been cool if we could fit another serving table in there, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be. So on top of those, I think what we'll do is add some more TVs as well. So if we go to objects and get some TVs on the go, and which way around do these TVs go? I think it's that way around with the CRT, the big box thing at the back. So let's go and add another 4 TVs. So we'll double our TV capacity there. And I think what we can do is add some more phone booths over here. In fact, if we put 4 phone booths in here, we're doubling our phone booth capacity. And we could even go ahead and dismantle these 2 phone booths and maybe even get another couple of TVs on the end there. Or maybe even a bookshelf or something. That could be kind of cool. Maybe a bookshelf in the canteen. Or a bin. You could put a bin there. Well, let's not put anything there for now. Let's actually leave these workmen to actually build the rest of the canteen, because at the moment it's kind of lacking in terms of furniture. So let's speed that up a little bit. Now onto our cell block, our new cell block. So I'm just going to lay the walls over here, and the walls are fairly cheap in comparison to the rest of the cell. The beds and the toilets and, well, basically everything else is the expensive bit, but I don't think we'll be able to quite afford that many. Although we do have some jail doors, don't we? So how many jail doors have we got? Oh no, they're solitary doors. Ah, we've only got 1 jail door free. Damn. I thought that the solitary doors would have been good enough. Okay, that's fine. So what we can do is let's start building individual cells. So let's go 1 there, and we need a bed to go there, and we need a toilet to go there. And in fact, the other thing we're going to need are pipes. So let's go ahead and build those pipes first, and then we'll build the rest of those cells. Does that go over? Yeah, 8. Okay, it looks like we've just released a couple of people as well, so now we're at just 88 out of 82. And we know that we've got 16 spare beds in here anyway, so we've got space for another 10 prisoners if we so desired. We've also started building these 2 cells down here. We've just managed to finish 2 with the cash that we had, but the rest will follow fairly quickly, I'm sure, considering the amount of cash that we earn on a day-by-day basis. 31 prisoners in the next day, though. That could be kind of tricky. If we manage to get all of these cells built in the next night, then 31 prisoners is manageable, because that'll take us up to a total capacity of 120. And is that right? 120? No. There's 10 there, there's 10 there. It'll take us up to 100 in total. It'll take us up to a total capacity of 100, which will 12 minus 100. It'll put us 18 or 19 over. And we've got 16 beds there. If we have 4 prisoners due for release soon, we should just be able to cope with 31 prisoners. But it'll be very, very tricky. It'll be a squeeze. Alright, dinner time in the new canteen. Let's have a quick look at the needs tab. And that is going down fast. Check that out. Still a few people with medium complaints. Are they going to go or not? Maybe not. It's still going to a halt there. There's maybe 4 people with medium complaints at the moment. It looks like it's going to stay, unfortunately. Not quite sure what their complaint would be with regards to food. Do we have a... Now, we do, don't we? We have a way to change what people eat. So, what we could actually do, we could bring up the meal variety. That'll be $20 per day. So that'll actually cost us a fair amount. Now, we don't need to increase the meal variety. No one has any real issue with the food at all. So we're going to leave it at that. Okay, here we are. Brand new day, and we've earned about 7 grand in the bank now. So let's get cracking on these new cells. Let's do a shakedown very quickly as well. Get cracking on these new cells and see how many we can get through. Okay, so we weren't quite able to get through all of the cells. We've managed to do the walls for those cells and also put in some shower heads and some drains, and we've got 10 new cells. So we've got a capacity of 90 at the moment. So we've got enough for 14 there, plus the 16 that we can fit in here. We've actually got enough for 30 prisoners. 31, it's going to be tight, and we're going to have to release this guy in 2 hours, but we can just fit 31 prisoners in our prison at the moment. So that's a good thing. We're going to bring them in, but it's going to be a very tight prison. It's like seriously tight. We're going to have over 100 prisoners, so it's going to be 5 prisoners per guard. So we're just going to have to keep our eye on the needs tab and make sure that nothing goes wrong. Touch wood. Knocking on the table here. Okay, here they come. There's the Fox. Caught hacking the RUI database. Don't know what the RUI database is. Carjacking. 2 years for multiple crimes. God, look at all these prisoners coming in now. Believed to have killed a total of 9 people after discovering his beloved dog had developed a taste for human flesh. Fair enough. That guy, death by dangerous driving and dangerous driving. Yes, do not drive dangerously. That's a bad thing. Trafficking, manslaughter. So we've got some fairly nasty people coming in. Oh, there's a good one. Gareth, source code new, showed criminal inclinations with technology since he was 7. When he hacked into his elementary school's network and changed his grades with only an electronic dictionary. A dangerous black hat hacker wanted in 69 countries. Wow, okay, fair enough. But he's not actually wanted for that much. He's only wanted for assaulting an officer a couple of times. Anyway, we have over 100 prisoners now. So this is the first time, I think, that we've gotten over 100 prisoners and there's been no deaths, no immediate deaths. So we're still working on family a little bit. We've just got to really keep our eye on this needs tab now. So family and hygiene a little bit, but they're being worked on. This new shower is all built. We've got our shower heads there. Check that out. That's really cool. All the drains are in place as well. So now we just need to populate these 10 cells and we'll be good. We've got 8 prisoners coming in the next day. And we are already 100 over 90. We already have 6 free beds. So definitely bring in those 8 prisoners. Bring them on, I say. Okay, here we are coming to the end of day 46 with not quite over 100 prisoners, but we will be over 100 prisoners hopefully in the morning of the next day. But we seem to be losing prisoners quite a fast rate here at the moment. But I think we'll bring the episode to a close here. Since we did breach 100 prisoners, albeit briefly, and our capacity is seriously increasing at the moment. In the next episode, we should be able to build this new section of the wing over here, and that'll bring our total capacity up to 120. Then we're going to need to think about maybe making a new wing up here. Ooh, that'll be exciting. Also, we do need to... We've got 89 families waiting to visit at the moment, so we do need to think about doing some sort of visitation room. We need to replace this area, I think, with a visitation room. Have a kind of entrance for prisoners here and entrance for visitors over here, something along those lines. But that'll be the end of this episode, and until next time, I'll say thank you very much for watching. Bye bye now.